All right. Hey, what's up? Hello. Happy Monday. It's Monday, November 9th. So the day's almost over. It's like around 11, a little bit after 11 o'clock. Today was a busy day. Felt like I was just kind of running around a lot. But I was supposed to have a visit this morning and they were a no-show. So then I ended up meeting with my grad student and we talked. We actually had a really nice, good conversation. We talked about like our relationships and everything. And there were a lot of like parallels between like me and my past relationship and his past relationship and everything. And it's really, really interesting. And I think that came at the perfect time as well. One, for me to talk about it more, just to like talk about it in process. And again, just to check in with myself to see how I'm doing, see if I'm staying objective with things or if I'm being too emotional or whatever. But what we were both saying, which is really interesting, is that we both have counseling backgrounds. Like he's going into counseling education. I have my master's in counseling student development, going for my doctorate in that. And so it's very much like having having a high-end lens to this. And I just think it's so, so funny. But no, we had a nice conversation. We talked for like about an hour, which was really good. And then we went into our actual updates to talk about like work stuff. But I felt like he was able to help me a lot, and I think he thought I was able to help him a lot too. So, yeah, so that was good. But I am happy. I'm celebrating the small things in life. I ran for like more than 2 miles this morning without stopping, and I didn't necessarily feel like I was gonna die when I stopped, and like when I just walked to rest. Could I have ran longer? I could have, honestly, I honestly could have, but I didn't want to. So I may see what will happen if I try and run all 3 miles straight tomorrow. Because like now I haven't taken a day off from running in a while, and so I don't want to like overdo it because I don't want to ruin my knees or like ruin my legs or ruin my feet or ankles or whatever. But I also don't want to let up and stop the progress I've been making. I'm down to like 162 pounds, so that's awesome. And so I have some Talenti gelato that I'm going to enjoy soon. And so my cats are like starting to circle it a lot because I think they may want some, but not gonna be able to get any. Um, but yeah, so yeah, no, today was a good day. I did a shipped order right after we finished our ambassador meeting. Today we had elections, and so we elected like 10 awesome people for this 2021 year. And so some were on exec this year in 2020, and then they'll be continuing on in different positions in 2021. So yes, I'm excited about that. And yeah, I I don't know what I was gonna say, but yeah, I'm behind on my email, so I need to take the time to go through that. I also need to like take some time and do my laundry or like fold it at least and whatnot. But I actually went to Best Buy today and looked at refrigerators and dishwashers, kind of more or less refrigerators. And I measured the dimensions of my current refrigerator just to see what would work for my space that I have. And a lot of the refrigerators I was really liking, they're just too big. Like they'd fit, but there wouldn't be enough like breathing room per se for like the refrigerator to like get enough airflow around it. And I'm like, well, that's not good. And so I'm like, well, that's unfortunate. So, what I didn't know, I went down the main aisle of refrigerators, then I went to the aisle over, and that's where they had like more of like the skinnier ones or more like narrowed ones. And I think that with the narrower ones, they may have had a smaller width, but I think they had more depth. So that's how they were still able to maintain their cubic feet of space inside the unit, which is really interesting. All I really, really want, I mean, if it would it be nice if I had a refrigerator with the water and ice thing on the outside? Yeah, that would be hecka nice. But at the very least, for my last relationship, the refrigerator that they had, you opened it up and then there was a button you opened up the refrigerator and then there was a button on the side where you press a button and water dispenses. And then the ice, I don't think they had an ice thing. Well, maybe they did. I just know I would always see them filling up ice trays, but it was like with spinach stuff or whatever. So I don't really know. So I think it did have ice. It was like a pretty new refrigerator, and I think they got it like last year or something. So whatever. But anyway, I just really want something that can dispense water because not saying I'm getting tired of the Brita thing I have in my sink in my kitchen, but I think it would just be nicer if I had it attached to a refrigerator instead of like my faucet. I actually want to plan to replace my faucet soon. I just need to take the time to prioritize what I want to do. Like, should I do my dishwasher first and then something else? I feel like there are pieces of my dishwasher that aren't working, which is why I may not be cleaning my dishes as well as what they could be. But I also really want the refrigerator with the water on it, you know. So yeah, we'll see. I'm gonna try maneuver getting both. If things can be pretty steady with me and like working at the theater and everything and whatnot, then maybe like for like after the new year or around Christmas time or whatever. But then also I just bought the new iPhone, and so that was a lot of money too. And so just trying to balance out things where I can. So we'll see what happens. But I part of me doesn't like that I'm starting to get off focus on my appliances. I think part of it too was just my last relationship. You know, I really liked their appliances. They were really, really nice. And so I'm like, wow, nice, nice, nice. And not that mine are bad. Like they work fine. Just, I mean, they're not new. Like they were put in when the house was built back in 2007, and now it's 2020. And I'm like, I wonder would I want to be at home more if I had better appliances I could use to make stuff? Like, if I could, for me to have better appliances to cook food and to store food and whatever, like, would that help me with not going out to eat as much? Because if so, then like in the long run, I may actually would be saving money, you know? And then also the refrigerators, the appliances nowadays are like they're a lot more energy efficient. And so it's like, well, I know like maybe if I spring in the money for it now, this could save me more money later in the long run. Then also when I want to sell the house as well, like that's something to look at too. You know, like there's a lot of different factors I'm thinking of to make it a little bit more lucrative for me. But again, we'll see what happens. But yeah, but no, today was a good day health-wise, felt really good. No real issues like COVID or anything. Riley County, though, has 126 new cases. And so that is, that's more than, on my TV. That, oh no, that's more, that's quite a bit. Nationwide, they're showing trends of more than 100,000 cases a day, which I just think is like crazy, like super, super crazy. And so I mean, since I've already had it, it's like, well, I've already had it, but so that makes me safe for like 3 months. Pfizer is a company that just developed a vaccine, and what they're doing is they're not using a form of the virus as a vaccine. They have like in the serum, it's training the body to go after the spike protein that's on the coronavirus cells. And so theoretically, if you train it to target a specific, I guess, characteristic of a cell, it will try and attack. It will attack it. My thing is like it hasn't been peer reviewed and it hasn't been approved by the FDA. They're gonna try and get it approved by the FDA for an emergency rollout or whatever. But my thing is, it's like, well, I mean, it's great that you can have the serum train the body to attack certain types of cells or whatever, but I'm sure mistakes can happen, or I mean, you know, like there hasn't been enough research over how it works with different age groups, racial groups, or whatever. So it's like, you know, yeah, the vaccine could be good for certain types of people, but what if the wrong type of person takes the vaccine? So then are they now going to die because their body's going to try and attack itself, like an autoimmune thing? I don't know. So hopefully not. I mean, we hope not, but yeah. Anyway, that was all I really wanted to share. So a lot of different things, but as I said before, very blessed and fortunate to not have any main issues with COVID, very blessed to come out on the other side and be fine, and be asymptomatic, predominantly throughout the whole entire experience. I pray for anyone that has been impacted by COVID that you pray, or that, well, yes, you should pray, but that you make a speedy recovery as soon as possible, that you're back to full strength soon. And then also, for any family members that have lost a loved one due to COVID, I pray for you and your family to cherish the memories that you had with that family member. And of course, like, you all have my condolences. So I think I'll cut things off there, so I can do my workout and go to bed and everything. I'll probably do my laundry later, than tomorrow or never. I don't know. But thanks so much for watching. I appreciate it. I hope to see you in the next video. Have a good day. Have a good night. Have a good everything. See you later. Peace.